coming this morning. It's a privilege to talk to all of you. Do you all need a short break or anything like that, or should we just continue? Okay, no problem. A short introduction. It has been a very interesting and eye-opener for me what you are trying to achieve in bringing a course online. A little bit of a background about myself. I've been with John Wiley & Sons for about 14 years now. My main focus has been in the digital delivery of our content. We started off with building teaching and learning solutions. We built things like e-textbooks, converting of our publishing materials into e-textbooks. I also worked in the areas now of enterprise solutions. How now do we work with institutions to help them to move traditional courses online or into a blended learning mode? Okay. Previously, before I joined Wiley, I was with Informatics Holding. I was teaching for about 7 years. I moved on to join the CEO, that time was Dr. Wong Tai. We brought the first e-learning portal online for Asia in 1997. We developed diploma courses at once, diploma courses from a traditional classroom to fully online. We work with universities like University of Portsmouth, University of Wales, to bring online courses now to what you call deployed through what you call informatics at that time. So if you talk about this area here, it brought back a lot of memories, a lot of histories. And you know that how do you bring a traditional blended learning course to an online mode? A lot of times people were talking, as I go through my presentation, I will show you how this solution now will be able to help you. Not only Wiley as a short-term solution here, not for you to develop, but how Wiley will help you. How this solution now not only helps you in building online learning courses, however, how it helps you to build blended learning courses, as well as other programs that you'll bring on. Remember one thing about this whole process that you're going through, the Masters of Science, bringing these modules. All of you are faculty members. One of your key worries, you realize that when we talk about online, why are we building online courses? We want to bring in students, correct? We want to bring in students from all over the world. But first thing, I take a step back and think about one thing. Is my faculty equipped adequately with the skills, expertise from taking a traditional course to an online course? How much can we expect from faculty? I think at the back of everyone's mind here, you have been teaching traditional courses. And now you talk about going online. Online teaching and learning methodology is very different from a traditional. Why? Because one of the key elements that Dr. Shabani mentioned, the face-to-face element is missing. And how do you change that now? You can use, now you have that technology like Skype. You have things like various different, you got, what's the one we are using? We got Skype and one more. Never mind, it's okay, it's not important. Another technology that you can have online. But how do you make it as effective as a face-to-face learning? These are things that I'll go through. I'll just answer from, it was good that Dr. Shabani did this presentation. Now I know what you need. So I think I can customize this presentation to fit to your needs and show you how Wiley now can help you as you not only build here, as you also want to support building here. Question by the lady here was that, where do we want to build? Do we want to build here or do we want to build here, right? And Dr. Shabani, everyone says we want to build here online, right? But imagine today if I give you a solution that allows you not only to build here, but build here also. That is what I'll show you, how we can help you with things like that, all right? Introduction. Wiley has been a publisher for more than 200 years. Our key areas of focus was education, professional learning, and research. Over the last 3 years, we have seen a significant drop in terms of our print books going down. We realize that more and more students are no longer reading. They don't like to read, they are more into multimedia kind of resources. They go online to look for their materials and all that. We needed to take a quick change. we realized that if we continue doing things the same way, coming to an institution today and telling them lecture by lecture, this is a book that fits into your course, it's good for you, please use it. It's going to, by the time we finish, we realize that no student is buying any book and Wiley will be our business. We had to change. So there was this very big digital transformation that we took. We had 3 departments: professional learning, education, and research. What we did is we merged professional learning and education. Research is still on its own, it's one of our biggest business, I'll show you that in a while. Why we merged professional learning and education? One simple reason was we realized that why does a student come and take a degree? A student takes a degree because he wants to go out there to get a job. And a lot of our professional learning materials was relevant to students going out there to get a job. So we combined these 2 divisions. What was good about this is now we were able to look at the whole career arc of a student. From the time he comes in to take a course, all the way to when he graduates. Okay? So what we did, and we know that this shift to digital was important. We did, our needs and solutions that we built now were all digitally savvy. We had about 222 online programs, we had 38 university partners, close to about 600 custom solutions. 500,000 students are using our solutions on every semester. In total, we have about 21 million students who have used our contents in one way or another. 2,800 online courses. If you look at the employment part, we also built in a lot of things like learning objects, global experts to come in to look at where students are going, how to build relevant things into our courses to ensure that they have this kind of expertise. The last part is research. Research was still very much on its own. Why? Because Wiley is one of the largest society partner worldwide. We have about 1,600 over journals, and we have about 15 million member research. All right, member researchers there. Okay, what we talked to Dr. Sabani previously was this: the Wiley Enterprise Solution. It's basically contents plus services which enable partners to scale online, reaching more people and ensuring better knowledge and learning outcomes for everyone. Okay? Well, looks like some of you are. What Wiley has online is basically we have 10 different categories, close to 7,000 over e-textbooks, 200 teaching and learning solutions, which is made out of multimedia resources, assessments, relevant assessments and all that can be utilized by faculty now. What we basically have done with the enterprise solution is, instead of going single lecturer by lecturer, we have clustered them by subject areas. So one of the key areas that is of what we call of interest here would be our business, finance and accounting. If you look at our business, finance and accounting, which is the top list up there, is about 1,666 e-textbooks that you get. With this, you also get our teaching and learning solutions. I'll show you that in our summary, how we will help you. However, if you look at this, what we have done is we have looked at an institution now. And what we did is we aligned their key performance indexes, KPIs, to see how our materials can help you to achieve some of these KPIs. Some of the example KPIs that we saw across Malaysia, across Asia. Teaching applications in teaching and learning was one important KPI that they looked at. They looked at things like promoting academic cooperation, things like improved operational effectiveness, high impact research, branding and rating, as well as budgeting. But the last one was also the sustainability of higher education institution programs. Your individual programs, how can they become better? What are you doing to enhance them as you move forward? One of the key things I forgot to mention about this collection, the collection of 1,666 e-texts plus these digital solutions that we give you, they are not only for education, they encompass books from education, professional learning, as well as from research. Why we did it this way is that students now, today, if they are learning something in business, they can easily be pointed to a professional learning book now. Why are you learning this? A lot of students today ask the question, why are you teaching me this? How do I relate things like this to the real world? So these professional learning books help you to better understand. Okay? So what do we have is a repository of content, tools and services, teaching and learning content, readily available multimedia content. We have things like animation, simulation, videos. We have crossword puzzle, flashcards to make it interesting even for students to learn in business, finance and accounting. Alright? Second part, if you look at this first part here, teaching and learning content in multimedia, and you go back to what Dr. Sabani was presenting earlier, one of the key things is that you need to create activities, online teaching and learning activities as part of your degree. This is where now you have content that can fit in to meet your credit hours, to meet that criteria, the overall criteria that you need to make your modules, what you call, relevant to this online. We also address the second part, adaptive, what you call assessment banks. We have adaptive learning systems equipped with auto-marking capabilities. Remember earlier in Dr. Shabani's slide also, there were assessments that you need to create online. Right now, you have a readily pool of questions for you to utilize. In our 200 over digital solutions that we have, each one of them contains a question bank of close to about 1,500 to 1,600 questions. For an instructor or faculty member now to create assignment, it takes them less than 15 minutes if they are the subject matter expert. They can just pick and choose. So imagine if you can get this assignment bank as well as this content together with you, you can easily meet that matrix that needs you to plot in areas where you need to enhance your activities, enhance your content and all that. We also have meaningful reports for you to track your student progress. This is all about outcome-based education. What your student is doing, when is he doing, and all that. We are toying around with new things every day. So why we propose the enterprise solution today is because once the institution takes on the enterprise solution, anything new that comes in will go in here. And it seems like a lot of you are going to be leaving very soon. I think we've got classes or something? No one? If you have classes, let me know. I can speed up a little bit. Huh? You have classes? Can I just have 5 minutes? Just 2 more minutes. I just want to show you the last slide. How relevant is what Dr. Shabani presented earlier and what we can offer to you. Yeah. So this is what we are proposing to help you to build this part. Okay? The UUM enterprise proposal is about content, tools, and services. Okay? We have videos, animations all created here. Okay, we have videos, animation, teaching and learning content for you, which can utilize to put into your courses. We have also videos addressing student needs, as well as digital resources. We have close to 1,600 textbooks, as well as you have contents that you can utilize to fit into those courses. What we are trying to say here in a nutshell is you have your courses that you're preparing to go online. Right now, you have all this content in digital format where you will come and you can pick and choose to build into these courses. It will help you to build your 10 subjects and research paper in Insta. That's in a nutshell what we are trying to propose to.
So the books all will cover all the subjects, or
you will get 1,666.
Only Wiley's books.
Only Wiley, yes. Yeah, we can't offer you, sorry. We don't have a it's all Wiley's books in the area of management, finance, accounting. We have books in entrepreneurship. Right now, what you are seeing right now is only our education books when we come one by one. What we are giving you now is the whole suite.
comprehensive.
For example, in finance, if a student now is going to take the CFA or the CMA, we have content from the CFA and CMA in our professional learning will be part of this collection also. So for professional content now, students who are taking your finance course has this content for you. One word of caution, the solutions that you are getting is close to 60 over Wiley Plus teaching and learning solutions where you got assignments and all that, content and everything. And you get 1,600 plus textbooks. The 60 teaching and learning contents that you have, you can utilize in your courses. What Wiley will do, in a Moodle's environment, for example, like online, Wiley will come here, we will train faculty how this content will look. Of course, we will work with all the management to first build a library of resources for your Masters of Science. What are the relevant books? So you have 10 modules here. What are the books relevant for these 10 subjects? We will help you to show you how you can plot in these books straight away. How you can create assignments using our test banks for the relevant side. We'll show you how to do that also. When it comes to, so that you are able to do this quickly for yourself. One of the key things I saw during the whole presentation that Dr. Sabani said from an academic viewpoint was faculty thinking, how are we going to find all those resources to build up to those number of credit hours? And this is what we are giving you in a nutshell. We are giving you all these resources to fit and build into these courses. Okay? Thank you very much for your time. 5 minutes. Thanks a lot. I think if they need to go, I can always share with the rest the deployment, but those who need to go. We cannot stop them. You'll get kicked by the students later. Your car will be punctured.
So actually we can see that sometimes we use as a book, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. So and we use a Wiley book also. If we want to use as a book, this one we can bring in the maybe book or as a material. But I don't think that's all we use one book, isn't it? Sometimes this is Wiley book, this one. So we need to pick up which one.
Yeah.
So
and previously also, Dr. Lakshmani said we don't always use Wiley book. But previously, remember one thing, when we came to see you, right? For example, if you're teaching financial accounting, my latest vegan financial accounting textbook is here. I come and see the lecture, it is a new book, you will review. Right now in financial accounting, if I have 8 books there, I got 8 to 9 books. All the books are yours there. So why do we need more than one book? Most of the time that one book doesn't have all the material we need. So right now you have the whole repository. So you can go across to find materials that you need.
So you can see that actually the diploma is something like this. We have the John Wiley Cloud. We have all the material there. So controlled by, I think, international control this one, the writer book, they control the always update the material there. After that, this is something like the repository of John Wiley repository, but belong to the John Wiley lah. After that, we can pick up the repository there and put in our Moodle. Moodle means our LMS lah. Okay, so we put this topic. Okay, John Wiley link to the cloud there. So we can choose lah. For example, the topic number 1, okay, John Wiley. Topic number 2, John Wiley. After that, you have your own material, John Wiley. So you can pick up and macam kita buat online UM online learning lah. Topik tu apa dia. Tapi yang penting semua topik tu nak cover selo tu budak kena mencapai. Sekarang ni dalam LMS kita cuma buat PowerPoint je. Video pun kita ambil video dekat YouTube dan sebagainya. Tetapi yang ni PowerPoint kita kalau apakan buku John Wiley bagi PowerPoint. Lepas tu dia ada lagi video untuk John Wiley punya dalam tu. Lepas tu assessment pun kalau LMS kita kena create our own assessment tau. Tapi John Wiley ni dah ada assessment based on that topic. You just choose, select, buat assessment boleh macam-macam buat, ada kartun dan sebagainya. So the short term solution is this one. I can see that. Tapi bagi I kadang-kadang John Wiley punya solution I cakap dengan ikhlas lah, better than MOOC kadang-kadang. Sebab MOOC tu kan John Wiley punya solution tu dia dah expert yang betul-betul buat expert yang dah memang ni. Yang MOOC macam kita buat ni ada lagi yang baru, ada lagi yang ni kan.
They have filtered lagi lah, they have specialized.
Yeah, they are specialized. Kita buat tu dengan kos yang saya pun baru buat Ustaz Sabila saya kan, dia ada banyak ni lah. So tapi bila kita tengok John Wiley solution, they are professional. the content, dia ada content developer, dia ada detail lah yang kita memang tak selalu nak invest lah, tapi kita dapat outcome dia. So dari segi cost, saya boleh katakan sekarang ni kita beli buku tag 1 juta setahun. Tetapi solution ni saya rasa kalau kita tengok the basic thing yang tu dia less than 1 million, maybe 200-300,000. Dia ada punya ni lah. Tetapi student boleh dapat 1000 buku. Yang ni kita dapat buku-buku je untuk yang buku teks tu. Lepas tu dapat buku teks saja, tak dapat material. Yang ni dapat material, dapat buku teks, dapat online, dapat semua sekali. Lepas tu bila buku teks tu, bila next year buku teks tu dia update, kita dapat lagi update. So this is a management issue lah. I can see that this is short term kan. Boleh faham kan? So dari segi kita punya ni, problem kita adalah nak buat MOOCs. Kalau saya nak panggil SPM yang start nak buat MOOCs, saya rasa 2 tahun tak habis nak buat 10 sahaja ni. Yang ni kita bukan nak buat short term, guna tu juga. Tapi dalam syllabus tu kita kena tahu lah topik ni nak buat apa topik, tapi make sure ada yang kita boleh pakai material kita, tak payah pakai John Wiley yang material kita. Ada yang ada ni, ada depend lah. That's why you need to sort out your SOW tu. That's why penjarahan program. Penjarahan program kena tengok subjek dia semua. Penjarahan khusus kena tengok, dia masuk dalam bahan-bahan kat situ. Solution dia yang kalau tak ada online material, ambil daripada John Wiley. Nampak tak? So that's why I ask John Wiley to come here. Dari segi payment dan sebagainya tu, saya akan mungkin this is solution we bring to the bendahari. Actually I talk with bendahari already. That's why kata bendahari pun dah bayar 1 tahun 2 juta. 1 juta untuk buku teks tu, 1 juta lagi 800,000 tu untuk online journal, yang journal tu lah. Okay. So that's why kita sekarang ni, kita janganlah beli semua buku teks, kita pecah lah buku online sikit, buku teks sikit kan. Solution ni kita guna untuk kita nak buat online program. So this is the idea untuk short term. Tapi kalau kita dah mampu untuk buat MOOC semua sekali, buatlah. Tapi saya tak fikir, sebab saya handle MOOC punya department, MOOC punya development. Saya boleh buat 1 tahun 6 MOOC je. Tu pun saya nak kena handle 16 school. School SPM, school no, school ni pun kadang-kadang ada 1 MOOC. Saya rasa dari mana school tu sampai 2015 sampai sekarang tak siap lagi sebab komitmen pesyarat kan. Tapi yang ni ready made solution. You use this one, put in your syllabus, offer online degree. Nampak tak? So saya rasa, saya harap penjelaran sini contact balik John Wiley. This is the solution kan. Dari segi cost, I don't think that's kalau kita betul-betul ni cost dari sini saya rasa tak fikir, sebab kita tengok lagi keuntungan tu yang million tu. Mana boleh untung 500,000 without any apa? Kita nak bayar tak mau, mana boleh kan? So you need to see lah. So this is the idea.
I think how to say that we can do a cost mapping. Let's say if you can provide what are the courses taught in the School of Business Management, we can do that. So I can just report back when we submit this proposal to Dr. Shabani at that time is about 1,400 titles. So what we did when the reason one, and we resubmitted the updated proposal to him, the title, the digital textbook and the resources have increased to 1,400 to 1,666, and we maintain the same price. And you can imagine, per student, they only pay about 180 ringgit, that they can accessible to 1,666 title and all the resources. So I think, and we also consider why we come up with this pricing. We also look into the long-term, our widely relationship with UUM and the seriousness.
Okay, satu lagi, bila siapa nak buat online degree ni, kan kita nak charge student kan. Nak charge student, kalau boleh ambil cost yang online ni, charge kepada student, jangan charge universiti. Contohnya student dia kena beli buku, kalau sekarang ni buku teks dia dah RM100, kita ambil lah. John Wiley ni, dia boleh bagi 1000 buku teks dalam masa yang sama. Harga dia RM100 juga. Cost tu kena masuk dalam tu bila kita nak calculate. Saya rasa orang bisnes lebih better pada saya kan. So jangan kalau nak bagi betul, jangan charge universiti, charge student tu. Cost tu masuk sekali dalam student. Sekarang RM500, bila student datang mana tahu kita charge tu dalam RM100, you ada lagi RM400. Nampak tak? Untuk playground dan sebagainya lah. So saya rasa SPM ni lebih mahir lagi kata. Jadi bila kita charge student tu, kita taklah kata burden kepada universiti, jadi kelulusan lebih lagi senang tu lah. So this is the idea. Kita kena buat lah macam saya buat tadi ni. Tapi basically yang tu yang paling murah dia. Seorang student kalau online degree, saya kata dia kena bayar 10,500 saja. Saya rasa tak possible. Dia mesti you kena charge more than that. Mungkin 15,000 ke satu student nampak. 15,000 tu untuk fees saja, dia tak payah datang. Dia tak payah sewa rumah. Dia online nya. So this is the idea. nampak tak? So mungkin boleh bincang tentang I kan. So I think this is the positive lah kalau betul-betul nak buat lah. Okay. Dalam masa yang sama kita boleh settle international student tak datang kan. Kita ada 14 orang kan. So all these things we need to solve. Okay.
Now students got visa problem, they can do it online.
Yeah, this is the problem lah.
One of the biggest issues.
So sorry lah, actually I need to see TNCA.
Yeah.
So later lah.
Just one more thing before I forget. I know some of you were leaving and all that. Remember just now Dr. Shabani showed that you can break up in your Moodles, your course by week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, right? In each of those weeks, right, there was a part where he says you got to build content, assessment and all that. That's what we've been doing with universities, teaching them how to do that. You can pull in your content into week 1, pull in your assessments into week 1 and all that. And all of this, right, is auto-marked and the grades go back into the Moodle's gradebook. So for faculty, we kind of give you this resource for you to build the courses. Anything else you want me to share with you and all that?
So, maybe you can see, show the demo. Maybe we can see the...
Sure.
The,
In a Moodle's environment?
Yeah, the real one.
Okay, I'll try. Alright, I'll try that. Give me a moment.
So the last presentation, we used the Moodle environment to do a live demo for those expecting. I'm not too sure all of them is lecturers or technical team from UTLC. So they want to make sure that they want to check about the capabilities, whether our Wiley resources be able to integrate with these UTLC LMS learning management system. So we have to build all those courses, those universities in Indonesia, Philippines. So we have some examples. So at least the lecturers can see the real example rather than the problem. So how the titles
That remote,
in the LMS,
there's the remote will
sources,
remote
how
control.
they can see all the courses billing in the Moodle. Last week,
Display, right? Display.
Kau apa ni?
Saya
Tak pakai beras ni.
Let's say katakan any you need a trial, can email to me. So that what we can do, we can give you a trial. So you can, how to say that, you can access those resources, title and target resources. Okay, let's say if you want to do how to say that, course building, so definitely you need to do integration with UTLC, with the UUM learning management system, how we want to do the chapters.
Dia pakai
Definitely that
HDMI.
will be involved
Pakai
cost.
kabel HDMI.
Okay, this one you already
Ada problem.
Dr. Shabani.
Filter warning.
And what I did talk to Dr. Shabani also, let's say what about, let's say if individual lecturer, for example, you're teaching OP, so you have a
Maybe the PC, the laptop.
The laptop, right?
So
Cannot
we
detect
what we can do, we
the
can give you
cable.
a trial, so you can do the assessment, you can play around how the resources look like. In fact, you want to try with 10 or 20 students, how the assessment look like, you also can do that. So at least you yeah, it's a personal basis, yes. Yeah. If you want to do as an institutional basis, so definitely we need to, how to say that, that's why we are talking to Dr. Shabani. Let's say if you want to implement in September,
Is there a trial period for us?
because we have
Oh,
holidays,
connect.
then after that, fasting month, Raya, people, then you cannot come and say that, oh, September
Then
we want
already?
to launch, I want to do it now.
No, because
so
there's
definitely
two
we need to
and
work with the lecturers,
Oh.
in terms of course, how you want to do the
What that?
integration, that is cost involved. Individual lecturers, they want to try by title basis, definitely we can do.
Yes. Actually, you are providing content, yeah.
We are providing contents, tools,
But the support will be based on the UUM lah.
The server.
No, the materials will be still hosted in the Wiley Cloud.
Oh, cloud.
So whatever materials the faculty pull down or the students utilize, right? They can pull it down as per normal. They won't see this is in the back end where the materials are being hosted. So why we do that is we don't want to constrain your technical infrastructure. Because if you
normally the mod they're integrated all in one platform. We cannot mix around, you know. We cannot just take it from you from the cloud. Your content is on the cloud.
now our content is here in a Wiley Cloud. But what we do, right?
Yeah.
We will do an integration with UUM Moodle's environment. So for MOOCs, right? Whenever MOOCs, the way you do that join to MOOCs right now is you just provide a link. So the link you provide is to your UUM environment.
No, this one is a link. We want based on one center, one platform.
Correct. Yes.
So you cannot mix around.
No, what he saying, dia akan integrate dengan Moodle UUM.
Tak, dia integrate je.
Tak integrate platform Moodle, dia the coding itself we change. Moodle.
In-frame lah.
So it will be macam
Because
UUM
normally
Moodle.
dia just one platform.
You can see here.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can
So
see
okay. This is Moodle, sir.
This is model ya.
So dia memang Moodle.
Yeah.
Bukan
This is
Moodle.
already
Database
done.
dia tarik.
This one, later kata example lah.
Yeah.
We engage with you that
Yeah.
they have to use this one.
Yeah.
The server. The question is server.
Yeah.
The first server based on UM or in your server?
All these things will be the UUM server.
Yeah, server. You
Yeah.
put everything you put to our server.
Yes. Your server is UUM. So for example, I got a course here, right? I'll just click on one to show you an example.
Management.
Maybe I can click.
Dia let's say student data apa semua dia akan tarik daripada UM server.
everything dalam
So markah grading is done with
One
Moodle
session okay
platform.
lah.
Memang pun. Dia provide the net.
Dah. So dia provide content to us.
Gateway je memang open lah.
single sign-on.
Because problem the iPod ada independent Moodle yang I prepare earlier.
No, all these controlled by UTLC because the LMS. So we need to do the integration via the UUM, let's say LMS, so that you have control. Everything is controlled by the UUM. So we definitely have to put at one center. We cannot, how to say that we cannot put many ways. If not,
If we are looking on like in terms of the copyright issue,
that no, even let's say you cannot, let's say it's not fair that UUM subscribe, pay for it, other people accessing it.
because
Then
like,
at the same time, you like to know how many students accessing, what is the student grading, all the reporting, everything must be monitored by UUM LMS and the school. So that's why we have to put it at one center.
Just give me a second. I'll just put out something.
That is the reason that the first presentation that we have done at UTLC, I mean Dr. Shabani had called all this technical team. Am I right, sir? He was writing that. So when that is the reason that so that the technical team that they will know in terms of capabilities, yes, they can be done. Then only we are doing at the at the faculty level.
That's what the kick off work.
Yes, we need to make sure that everything can be done because we cannot say that we can do this, we can do that. End of the day, we cannot deliver anything.
Maybe just let me explain a little bit here. This is a Moodle's environment. Similar to UUM's Moodle environment, your course name will be here. I have Wagon account. This is managerial accounting using our digital teaching and learning solution where you have read. I'll go there into a moment. However, here now, I have additional reading in managerial accounting subject, like Jibabo, Kalan and all this, which is relevant to this course. So for example, you have the 1,600 over titles. So what we do is we work with your faculty to map this in for you. What are the reading essentials for you? What are the digital solution here for you? So in the digital solution itself, right? Okay, this is the reading content. I got chapter overview videos. I'll just click on one.
So this one will bring to the YD website.
Yes, this is the part where when you pull it down, right? It comes to you, but to you is seamless. You are still in UUM's learning management system. What I did here is I'm taking a direct link from a textbook to put it there. However, if you look at the other part, which I'll show you in a moment, is when you make your weekly, right? How you can just embed into the week also. I hope I can get some volume here for you to hear. I don't have a speaker, but
Sorry, I hope you guys can. So it's like for us in class, we pull our own YouTube page.
yeah.
Is
Earlier your example that you pull it from Moodle to Facebook, you are pulling it to Facebook because you want to get that social interaction between students. Right now with the solution, you have all the videos and animations which you can pull it. You no longer need to link to the Facebook. You can link directly to that chapter with the videos and all that. Yeah. That's one part, one part of it. The second part of it, right, which is quite interesting, is you talked about assignments. Faculty can also set assignments from our test bank. Okay? What has happened is that, for example, like in this case, is Kiso, right? Vegan, sorry. Vegan Managerial Accounting. What we have done with Vegan is that he is also teaching courses in universities and all that. So he has, with the book, he has created all these assignment questions and all. We have collected these questions and we have put it into an assignment bank. With the subject, now we work with the subject matter experts to create this assignment bank to put it into our digital solution. So if, for example, if you look at the, if I want to, I go to the assignment bank, right? Okay, you got, in this assignment bank, you got about 212 assignments that has already been created by the subject matter experts. There are pre and post assignment questions for each of those chapters and all. So if you feel as a faculty member that this assignment is good, I can immediately, with a click of one button here, assign original. It takes me less than 5 minutes after you review. However, a lot of faculty members do not like that. They prefer to select themselves. No problem, you just create your own assignment. So what type of assignment you want to create, you select. Okay, you can even select by chapters. Okay, for example, I choose chapter 5 and I click find. All the questions that is available in chapter 5, you as a faculty member now can select yourself. So in chapter 5, for example, you have 440 questions. You can create. So imagine going back to Dr. Sapani's presentation earlier. Each of those assignments you create gives you a certain number of hours. So right now you can utilize this to paste it. Number 2, if you look at the videos like chapter openers and all that, video for each video is actually considered 1 hour of a. So that will help. It will help you now to fulfill your requirements. Questions, my friend?
So another one, we can set the question based on the standard of ACSB.
Yes, you have in here there is a way you can filter it by the international standards also for some of, yeah, for vegan, yes, we have it, ACSB and all that.
Not for all subjects.
Not for all. Some of them have and all that.
depend on the author.
You know, because our master program and degree program, we should follow the standard of the ACSB.
I think I'm quite confident, yeah. The managerial has it at AS, you can filter the questions by standards and all that.
So you can solve another problem. Standardizing.
Yes. So you no need to customize or edit it. So it's already you can select.
Can you see here?
Yeah.
By AICPA, ASP.
Even IMA.
And we also use Bloom taxonomy. But take note, this is not consistent across all the solutions. I want to be very open about it. Wiley, if Wiley could give you that, I would have come earlier and take over all your courses and say I got everything.
You did deliver username.
Huh?
To access this one.
Sorry?
Numbers of username.
Number of users name that can access this? No problem. We have now, right now in Philippines, right? I get one institution is using this. They have close to about 5,000 over students.
In one time.
Huh?
Real time.
And real time, they are doing online exams also. Real time, huh? Yeah, with time based, and it's going okay. University of Atmajaya in Yogyakarta, 12,000 students are using the enterprise solution. They have taken all our subject areas. We are helping them to kind of, what they call educate. I wouldn't say share with faculty how they can correlate this content and all that to their subjects and all that.
But in terms of video, I think we should prepare it ourselves, right? Is it?
You can, okay. Remember one thing, this diagram is a bit, this is a correct diagram for Dr. Shabani to use.
This is just a supporting, I think.
Yes,
it's not-
actually this thing here, right?
Okay.
Actually it's inside here. Now, we're going to integrate inside here and inside here. So your main part, right, is going to be the Moodle LMS.
We still have to prepare.
You can, when you want to prepare your own video, your own assignment, you're going to be preparing here.
We have our syllabus, one syllabus.
Yes, correct.
So we have to lecture, customize to our learning.
Correct, yes, correct. So whatever, for example, your syllabus, right? I find something relevant. Just now I showed like the week 1, week 2, right?
Okay.
I can pull from here to week 1 of your subject. Yeah. So your course, right?
Integrated.
Yeah. We're going to integrate this in such a way. So the power of integrating this got two things now. Any student who comes into the business school, right? Upfront now, 1,666 digital textbooks.
The issue now, you have to prepare one mock for one subject, it takes almost 1 year.
Yes.
That we also have limitation.
Correct.
So we are taught that you are preparing. You think you can prepare for us? You want this syllabus and then you prepare.
No, we don't
No,
do that.
no. Yeah.
Okay, one of the key, we are providing you the content, the tools, at the cost that we provide.
Yes.
I'm not saying we can't prepare, we can prepare, but the cost we
Different.
got.
Yeah.
Sorry,
It's a
the cost is
different
different.
Yeah.
It's going to be very expensive.
Definitely.
This is just like a jump start for you.
Mm.
Instead of the faculty now, want to prepare assignment, videos, animations, pull what you can. This doesn't say that, hey, you don't need to do anything, you still need to. We're going to provide you the expertise on how to utilize this in a Moodle environment, how to pull. Which are the relevant books, how to group them as references. Plus, the only,
Sir,
yeah.
another way here, our main objective from the product meeting is how we can run our MSc online.
Yeah.
Okay. So when come to the online things, so in the teaching we have a summative assessment and formative assessment.
Yeah.
Like assignment, this one, that one is formative.
Yeah.
Let's say we want to do final exam, summative. Okay.
Yeah.
And we run the CBT, computer based test or online based test.
Okay.
Through this platform. Because
Okay.
our program should be 100% online.
Okay. If you want to ask me about, to be honest, UUM has a direction. Then Dr. Shabani was here, he said this is our direction at UUM. However, if you ask experts out there, many people have different opinions of how to make an online, even your credit numbers and all that, it differs. But this is correct. Why? Because this has been assigned by the ministry. So we have to abide by it. But if you look at other countries, it's different. Take for example, University of Phoenix Online. How many of you have heard of them? The University of Phoenix Online? It's a very big name. They were one of the first to go online. Phoenix, they were the biggest. They are owned by the Apollo Group. They were from the US. They went big. Everyone excited, online. Within 3 years, they moved back to a blended approach. I create satellite campuses. Because students couldn't take the interaction online only. They felt isolated. I changed. If you look at what's happening now, right? Bringing a full online degree, for example, earlier, Dr. Shabani mentioned, MIT went online. University of California, Berkeley went online. All the big guns, Cambridge is going on. Everybody is going on. Why? One of the key things in this world today, right? When you say to my son, for example, hey, you can do Cambridge degree, our friend quickly go because of the name, right? The branding, right? The branding and all that. So they can go, their job of going online is different, so they can reach the masses. Everyone want them. For example, like every other institution I know, they are also going online. But honestly, in your opinion, how many of you really think that if I have a choice between UUM, National University, NTU, all the all those top 50 or whatever in Asia, where will the students want to go online? They have a choice, right? But one of the most important things why UUM today have online, you already have a readily number of students, like it's now issue 167. They want to come here, but you only managed to get 14. Majority of them was administrative problem. I cannot get visa, I cannot get this. Right now, I can quickly flip. Okay, you can do my degree, continue applying your visa. You want to come on campus next year or next semester, you try again, you get a visa, you come in. It gives you a flip. And from my personal experience, nothing against the way, I think everyone has a different way of doing it. Please don't look at this as only building your online MBA that we are helping. Start building here also. You know why? Imagine today if your UUM online MBA goes online and you hit only 30 students, you are trying to hit 100 or 50. You're going to be disappointed, right? Because the thing is slowing down or it's taking time to pick up. It's a fact, it will take time to pick up. Not everyone will know that UUM is online today, just if you start tomorrow. But you still have the advantage here. Your students here today, in Malaysia especially, in the developing countries, in Philippines, Thailand and all, what I realize, a lot of them are aspiring to become good. If the top guns are all going online, the faster you give them this online experience, easier for them to go to all these universities as we go forward. There's another way that I would look at it. The element of going online now is not about only attracting online students. Today's students that come in your class spend so much time on the phone. They no longer like to read books. We can see it. It's happening in every single country, not only in Malaysia. Singapore, we're seeing it. Australia is seeing it. Philippines, even Philippines and Thailand. I've just come there for the last few weeks. Same scenario. They're online. First thing, a student, you give him an assignment, he won't go back to the book to read and find out. He go online, he posts the question. Can I find where's the answer? It's okay, it's a good, it's changing, it gives them faster access to material. But ask yourself the danger of doing that. The material that they find online, who is validating it? Yes, no, I think if one of your colleagues say we take one book, we photocopy the book, we put it online. The scenario here, the system here, if you look at it, is interactive. It's not about pasting a PDF copy there. We have assignments, you can click on videos, you can highlight notes, you can write your own notes. It's about the whole learning process. It's not about just a book and pasting it. Online teaching and learning methodology, if you're going here, you know already, it's not the same as the traditional classroom. Any other questions, please? I can help you with just to share.
So how about the cost?
The costing we have already given to Dr. Shabani, and I think he mentioned earlier. The costing was how much? Sorry?
The costing per student is 40 USD, which is about 180 ringgit. So I use the promotion rate at 4.5. The orders will be saved. 180 ringgit. 180 ringgit that the student can access 1,666 titles.
And 60 Wiley Plus teaching and learning.
RN.
Faculty is free. Support services, integration we are doing. Why we choose UUM is because I worked with UUM for the last how many years?
Yeah, very long. I think that time was Prof. Malik was the director of UTNC.
The model is based on numbers. So for example, now it's 1,000, right? 1,000 is at this cost. So what we are trying to do, if we can make this successful now, what we are trying to do with Dr. Shabani and the rest of the schools, right? If you want to show a successful model before moving into other areas. For example, this is the same method that we had in Atmajaya, Jogja. We started off small for 1 year, about 1,000 plus students. Now all 12,000 students are taking it across all courses. And their cost, right, for 12,000 over students, taking the full collection per student is about 30 US. Yeah. So the beautiful thing about this model, right, as the student number go up, right, your cost go down. Why we are able to do that? Because we consolidate all our resources to focus one shot. Imagine of going by one by lecturer to say, come on, you want to use the digital solution? It's going to take a lot of time. It takes a lot of effort, a lot of expenses. That's how we see it.
At the moment, it's 1366.
Right? Number of titles? 1666.
1666.
Yeah.
So is that if you do any additional?
What will happen is, right, this year you are using this for, these are 1 year subscription and 40 per student. Next year, if there are additional titles, they will add on. We will add on.
So one time or what per year?
What?
The rates per year.
One year. This is a yearly subscription, yeah. 1 year
One
subscription.
year,
Yeah.
188.
Yeah, per student.
So next year have to
Next year, what will happen is that your student base might go up, then we have to recalculate or whatever. We might go down because if your rate goes up, it's going to go down. But this is a consistent rate that we see now at 1,000, and it's only going to go up. And I know with this degree, your cost, your numbers
So
also.
usually you will instruct people based on what? Based on student.
Yeah, based on student, yes.
Subscribe the program.
No, subscribe the collection. So that means in total, there are 1,000 students in the business school. So based on these 1,000 students, we are providing this enterprise solution, which you are part of. You can utilize for your online degrees.
1,000.
Yeah, 1,000.
So we need to pay 1,000 times 180.
Yes, correct. Yeah. So the next round, what will happen is that, for example, if another school comes in with 2,000 over students, we will add these two schools, we will divide again. So if you look in the long run, as the student base goes up, your cost goes down. That's what we do.
Is PG I don't think so lah. But UG I have.
It's for the whole College of Business. This yeah, correct. Yeah. So
Is
what?
there like a minimum number that
So I'll be very open with you, very open with you. The number drops below 1,000, we are dead. It's very expensive. I have one school who desperately wants to do it. They have 100 students. One student is paying close to about 550 US. Yeah, no point. I told him no point. This is an enterprise solution. If you really want to do it properly, and I feel why this is good, right? Is because when we bring in the solution, we go in as a department, we give the expertise to you, all the content that we have in the area. So it helps in the teaching and learning process, and we can focus spending time with you. Because if we go one by one, right, it's going to be very difficult and costly.
How many students will do it? For MSc management, if you do like a program,
Yeah.
like PG,
Yeah.
and we have about say 50 to 70 students.
Yeah.
So the cost will be higher.
I think this.
Spending
That's why they want
1,000?
UG,
No.
that's why.
Yeah.
We are discussing at the MSc. This is UG and the number of students
No.
almost 100 lah per.
So please don't. That's why I say when I talk about this was just to show you. I think Dr. Shabani's idea is that the school is taking it on as a school project for this whole thing for the total students. However, he knows that you all are going online. For you, he will be helping you to build your online courses as well as promote it out. But at the same time, please don't think it's 50 students, how much it's not going to be a problem for you because you're part of the whole collection of
Is there any collaboration between schools?
we,
So that this number.
I think what's happening is they want to use this as first start, right, for the College of Business. After that, we're going to be talking to other schools at the same time. We're going to use this to show how successful it's doing or how well it's doing. Because one of the key things with the solution also, I haven't talked much about is our usage reports and all that.
I think
Which-
the best we must go on UST lah.
Huh?
Go on UST.
Our-
UST we pay.
yeah.
Not our school.
Yeah, what we want to do in the long run, I think is going to be the university who's going to take on the project. But we are trying to pilot this to show that there is effectiveness.
Unless you willing to give us as a pilot lah.
That's not pilot at a cost.
Pilot cost. Definitely.
No, but to be very frank and honest to you,
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be very open with you. I had these discussions with everyone overseas. Imagine today, don't talk about 1,600. If I was a student, I ask you to buy 2 books for your course. How much is it going to cost you?
Not 200 ringgit now, expensive.
International books, I'm not talking about local books.
Dia don't want buy.
Huh?
Photo state lagi.
Correct. But it defeats the teaching and learning purpose. Right now, I'm charging you the cost of one high-end book, 40 US, for 1,600. And I'm talking about not only education content, professional learning content, as well as research content for faculty to utilize in their areas. Just imagine. I think, and faculty is not paying. Faculty is not charged for this, only students. But if you look at the solution here, when it comes to the online degree as well as the all teaching and learning, you are able now to utilize all this content for free to enhance or develop new courses that you want to.
Kalau we go on the school, UG and PG, I think no problem.
I think that's the intention.
Okay, just to recap. So we have proposed our proposal. So when we first launched when we first launched our this enterprise solution model, this is 2018. In 2017, which is early February. So at that time, Dr. Shabani is looking into the university perspective. Okay, and I believe that he had bring to HEA at that time was Prof. Hassan, if I'm not mistaken. So he had presented, he was talking to bursary, and he also spoke with Datuk Mus. Then after that, he come back, he want to look into 2. One is College of Business and College of Art and Science. And he said that he has spoken to Prof. Haim and Prof. Huda. Then after that, he come back again, probably we have a discussion with the university management. Why not, since this School of Business Management are looking into online degree program, why not we start as a UG and PG together first, so that we can come up with a proposal. So he asked us to work out based on the School of Business Management, which is 1,000 students, you can work out a course out. So because if we just work out for this PG student is about 50 to 100, the price will be very expensive. Okay. So at that time, so that's why we want to make sure that we want to start since School of Business Management to be a model or symbol of all these online courses. So that's how we come up with the proposal of what call this $40 per student. So when we submitted the proposal, at that time was 1,443 titles. Okay, and we still proposed at $40 USD. And when the recent update, the title has increased to 1,666, and we have to say thank you to Mr. Rush. So he maintained the price still at $40 USD. So you can imagine we still maintain. So we want to start with this School of Business Management.
But this 1,666,
Okay.
Not everyone, not every single one of those 1,666 relevant to our academic programs, right?
No, okay, I can say that
There
one.
must be some kind of
Yes, I agree with you.
Yeah.
But they are in the areas of business, finance, and accounting.
Correct.
We won't be able to give you 1,600 relevant. I don't think any publisher today can do that, to give you a total that is relevant to all your courses. What we can give you is, that's why we were initially thinking of coming up with proposals that for titles that match your courses. But what we are really realizing now is multidisciplinary approach for all students and all that. So why, since we have it, why don't we just give it to you? Whether you utilize it or not, it really depends on you. But some people like to read, and honestly, you can't stop them. Imagine you create now a library of 1,666. A student now can go anytime, I can just pick up a book, just out of my curiosity, what is it about, I can pick it up and put it back. A faculty member wants to read something different, he can pick it up and put it back. He doesn't have to worry about it.
The book needs are all the e-book.
Sorry?
E-book.
They are all
PDF.
textbooks, yeah. They are not PDFs, they are in XML format. Students can highlight, they can make notes and all that. Yes, it's very different from PDF. PDF doesn't solve. Why we built it with our partner Vital Source is because we took into account what does a student do with a book. Basically, he doesn't only read, he highlights. Lecturer say, hey, this is important, our friend will write a note and all that. So we took all of these activities that they do and build with Vital Source that they are able to do this. They are also able to share these notes with their friends. For example, if tomorrow the student, the friend was sick, never come to class, he can even share it with his friends. So it's a really different from a PDF kind of thing. So it's a really high end. Okay, there are this is just the start. As faculty members, right, when we train you how to join in books, how to make assignments and all that.
Can the student can
You can even do it at chapter level.
The student can download the ebook.
Yes,
Can.
offline.
Offline.
Yes. For 1 year subscription, for example, that's one important point that I forgot to mention to you. As a student now, if I want a book, I can download it offline. That means once I download, I can read it on my reader offline for the whole year. Of course, we will work with the institution to guard the total number of books a student can download at one time. For example, 5. Why? Because we don't want them to download all 1,660 because their system will go haywire. Number one, and I don't think a student can read 1,666 books at one time online.
They only can manage to download only 5.
We will discuss with the school how many we want to prioritize. Majority of the schools we work with, they leave it to 5. Then after you finish, you return one, can borrow one more.
Oh, system.
Yeah, you can control it, like you can limit it by the system.
It's like the system lah.
Yeah lah,
And then return back and then we can.
You can take another
Take
one.
another one.
We can do that, yes. So that is the library part of it. Then apart from that, the 60 Wiley Plus solutions for assignments, multimedia content. We'll look at your courses. We'll show the lecturers how to match it in. How to help you. How you build your weekly. I think you all already know how to build week 1, week 2. But if you look at what Dr. Shabani said, if you look at it, it's quite simple, no? Activity, assignment, reading resource, etc. So you can map, we can help you.
Blended kita blended dengan VG.
No issue with it. But we understand why. There is one almost environment that is taken by program. At least one program yang 100% online. Itu idea kita.
Nah.
Tapi yang solution available ini sikit.
Blended. Cuma blended kan?
Tapi kita tak boleh kan translate 100% online.
Tak bisa online.
Sebab 100% possible dalam particular program.
No, just to add on to what you said, you now have, I know what you're thinking is we are giving you a lot to choose from, right?
Right.
Right now, you have a program that you want to launch online.
Right.
I don't know whether we can match all your courses there, number one. So if you can provide us those courses, we can map for you whether or not we are possible for what we have for them, number one. But to me, I'm very pessimistic. I don't want to be very optimistic or everything I can do. There will be some courses that we can't. But don't forget one thing, right? This program for you now, you are needing to launch it quickly. There are 2 components. One component is you need to get ministry approval for launching it in the online way. I don't know how long that will take you. Second component is as faculty members now, you need to develop those modules. I might not be able to develop all 10 subjects, but maybe 4 or 5 can help you first. So the third question I need to ask you, when you launch this online course, right, how are you going to launch it? You can always start launching it with one module, and the next 6 months your second module start. How are you going to launch it? Are you going to launch 3 modules at one time? Or are you going to launch 2 modules at one time? So if you are going to say you're going to launch 2 modules at one time, I think we can launch tomorrow. Once the mapping and once you fix up, we see with them, you design curriculum. We can launch very quickly. But I think what you need to do is firstly, from my experience working with the other companies and all that, number one, estimate your time for the ministry to give you approval. But at the same time, don't wait for them. Because you wait for them, by the time they give you approval, if it's delayed, you will be more delayed to start building. Build your course. The most important thing, decide now. The most important thing, how many modules do you want to launch by which date? Provided you got ministry approval. For those 2 modules or 3 modules, let's work on them. Get them prepared first. Because once you launch them, the next launch, when are you launching the new one? Maybe you want to do it, when do you want to do it? 6 months later, 3 months, how long is your duration? Are you doing a 12-week, 6-week before the next module comes? So within that period, that frame, you already have about 3 more months to prepare for the next two. I don't think the ministry is asking you to launch something, you need everything ready. It depends on how many you launch, right?
That is one of the arguments that we are still discussing.
Yeah,
Because we
correct.
want to launch 100% online degree.
Yeah.
You know, when we talk about degree, an academic program.
Yeah.
So for Masters of Science and Management, for example, at least 12 subjects
Yeah.
supposed to be ready.
No, sorry.
So if you
That's
talk
why I
about
asked about
modules,
yeah.
maybe 1 or 2 modules out of those 12.
Yeah.
So that is another
Correct.
perspective.
Correct.
So we are still discussing
Once you discuss that,
whether we want to go by subject or
Yeah.
module as you are using the terminology,
Yeah.
or by the program. So if we were to go by the program, that everything is supposed to be ready.
Of course, I think we have our
Otherwise, the degree will be like Master Science XYZ, not Master Science Management of Online degree.
because normally they have the what they call the audit process lah. Yeah, normally they will
but so you need all the thing
Yes.
ready before you can launch also.
Yes. If we
That is-
can,
that is the challenge.
Wow, that's so maybe you take a look. I think before we say anything further, it's better we do a mapping exercise.
Yeah,
So if we can
better.
help you, we help you as much.
Right.
Because don't forget, if you look at my perception of this, is part of your solution.
yeah, part of
Yes,
the
You
part of
still
it,
might
yes.
have your own,
Yeah,
that we can
I-
add. You can blend it and you can
blended,
move.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I totally agree. When you say blended, we can actually
Yeah.
it is good for UG and PG.
Correct.
We
You know
cannot
why?
just one for this MSc online.
Correct. You know why? Because
Yes.
then it becomes UUM.
Uh,
You know, it becomes yours.
yeah.
You get what I mean? So that's something. One thing.
It's very good actually.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
you can-
part of our
Yeah.
concern, we can support.
But if the university will have no problem issue about the costing, I think later we discuss with Dr. Syabani.
Yeah.
Is it this is not only go for our school, maybe they go on college.
Yeah.
COB. So we have 5 schools under COB.
We have quite a few of our books now are already being utilized in COB, right? Reina.
Because if you talk about in accounting school, they've been using our Bacon as the main reference. The Bacon titles like accounting principle, CASO, intermediate accounting,
Managerial
Geography.
accounting.
In fact, I believe that in School of Business Management, they use our title like ACON, Marketing Research, Strategic Market Management, and even we use OB as a
Reina,
Reina,
Information
all these
Systems.
So even if you talk about the MOT, they've been using our Russell and Taylor, Operation Management, and quite a number of titles they've been already been
This one you
used.
mentioned about
as a reference.
library have already purchased the book from quality.
Managing
1 million.
change.
To qualify this one, they
Quite
have to
a number of
purchase
managing
from you
innovation,
1
managing
million.
change, number of
I
various
think
titles.
the example Dr. Shabani gave is for the
Yes.
total cost students are paying for books being utilized in the not the library only. Yeah, that's what students are buying at 1 million and all that.
1 million.
Yeah. And
The
understand?
the library models are very different.
No, he's asking how much the library has purchased, and I think the library is using our online journals and online books.
Ah,
1
yes,
million
yes,
lah.
yes. I think because they are overspent with I think purchasing book, it's not only from I think I'm not too sure which are the publishers and everything. And in fact, because Dr. Shabani and even me presented to how to say that to the library, so they don't understand the difference between the digital textbook and also the e-book. So quite a number of professors they have to understand. In the e-book, there are 2 formats. One is the digital textbook, which come with the resources and everything. Of course, we cannot integrate with the library portal. Let's say you can imagine that if we provided all the resources, then the student don't need to see the exact thing. So, and the library e-book model are PDF format. It's a PDF. So it is accessible by IP address. Library IP address, library portal.
Yeah.
So the library portal does not have the capabilities of generate how many students they're accessing and all this. But perhaps when we talk about integrating with the LMS here, then you can see what is the student assessment, the grade book. So there is a difference. So what Dr. Shabani is, if I'm not mistaken, that what I understand, because he understands that the person has given quite a number of funds allocated, so they've been purchasing these books, this much of money. So he's trying to get some of the budgets that can be used for this kind of student benefits. And in fact, there is a reason that when they purchase the e-book, when the library subscribe or purchase the e-book, because the student, not all the student access it, because it's not how to say that, or 90 or 100% or digital textbook. It's a general reading books, or probably relevant to the subject.
And where I see online really successful, right, is where you integrate it into the course. If you don't integrate the materials into the course, you leave it free for all, tell the student at your benefit, you go and read this, read that. It never works. I've seen it. I mean, I've been working with a lot of online partners and all that. A lot of universities are trying to bring it online. But even if you look at MOOCs, throughout the world, I think you read enough about MOOCs fail. Everyone say MOOCs fail.
MOOCs fail.
Fail. In the US it failed, Europe, big hoo-ha, MOOCs failed. You know who was the first successful MOOC? Malaysia. And you know why Malaysia was successful with the MOOC, to be honest with you? I've been following the online environment for so long. My take, my personal, don't quote me, is because you all added in a facilitator. If students had questions, there was a subject matter expert who was answering those questions. That was the reason why MOOCs in Malaysia is popular. Imagine the online MOOCs. The take-up rate was very high. Completion rate is horrible in the other countries. That's what was the complaint in the US and the UK. Now you look at them, they are quiet, right? After they found the success with Malaysia. I give you another few months, you will see the new MOOCs in US and UK will have facilitators, subject matter experts added. It's a fact, you can see it. It was only successful here. A big outcry, no lah, MOOCs is not going to work, MOOCs is not this, no, cannot, it's nobody's finishing, completion rates are ridiculous and all that. But it became here successful because of your facilitator, subject matter experts. I think it's what, Dr. Abdul Karim, right?
Prof.
Prof. Abdul Karim, yeah. USM. So he was leading the first MOOCs in openlearn.com. Yes, please.
Thank you very much for your knowledge sharing. Sorry, I was a bit late. I had a meeting.
No problem.
The session late. Actually, my question is rather generic.
Sure, no problem. If I can answer, I will help you.
Thank you very much. Whenever we heard the word or we listen to blended teaching and learning, the first thing comes to our mind is borderless teaching and learning.
Borderless?
Yeah, borderless. There is no border in teaching and learning. So can we just say that it is an evolution of lectureless or teacherless teaching and learning?
No.
Because it's moving towards that way when it will be out of control from the institution, that they cannot control online or blended teaching and learning.
But even if, for example, you look at this this course, right, that you're building this Masters of Science Management, right, it will never go borderless. Why? Because it's still being controlled here in UUM platform.
Right now.
Yeah.
But it will reach to the stage where they will be thinking after 10 years, maybe 20 years, to make it open for everybody.
You can make it open, but where is it being controlled? It's still being controlled at the central point. Where is it being facilitated? It's at the central point. Look at OpenLearn right now. OpenLearn is helping, working with the ministry, working with the institution to build your MOOCs. Okay? To me, that's a very dangerous place. You know why? As the institutions build their competency in digital, why do I need OpenLearn as a platform? Tomorrow ministry get their own cloud. OpenLearn can go off already. I don't need OpenLearn.
But sir, right now, there are different resource persons who are teaching the same course or same subject.
Correct.
But the time is coming that when you will need a center, one person to manage the whole material on online or learning.
You won't. You know why? Because although subjects are taught in so many different countries, if you realize the way subjects are applied in different countries is different. They don't teach the same subjects in the same manner in all locations. I think that is something more of a long-term thing, because to be honest, are you teaching an online course?
Not really.
Okay, for example, take me as an example. If today I said I was teaching management information system, I'm going to teach this course online. Today I'm teaching. And a Harvard professor says, I'm teaching the MII course online. You think where the students will go? Because who am I? So your question about if people are going, if you get someone really good, and if this is all branding, to be there, everyone is going to follow him. If he's a subject matter expert, I'll go there. I won't follow you. Why should I? What's your, you might be teaching, so what? This guy is an expert in his field. He's knows.
For example, recent with for hair in a video.
Yeah.
Different.
It's different. Even more borderless here. You will cross boundaries, territories and all, but as long as your control is here, unless today UUM says all universities worldwide, no matter which country you come from, we are going to use this portal to teach our courses. All lecturers, faculty members standardize the course across the globe, then maybe you have borderless. Other than that, you're never going to get it. It's going to be a long, long time. Different countries developing differently. Yeah.
Mr. Rat, any public university in Malaysia using your system?
Enterprise?
Yeah.
Enterprise, we just started promoting the enterprise a few months ago. So I was formerly not working in Malaysia. I've just come into Malaysia. I was assigned to take over. I worked in Malaysia about 4 to 5 years ago. So I know a lot of the university people like UITM, USM and all that. So I'm approaching them at the same time. UUM was one of the key ones that we approached together. Right now we are in talks with people like UITM. We are talking to UKM. We are talking to University of Malaya. But there's a little bit of a different model and all that. So we just started off. So we wanted UM to be one of the first because we worked for a long time here. Our RANA adoption here was very strong. And UTLC, even before Dr. Shabani took over, there was another person, I can't remember his name, about 9 years ago. I used to work with him also. So it's been a long-term relationship with UUM, that's why we came back.
At the moment, no public university like join here.
In Malaysia?
Yeah.
No. In Malaysia, the one that is using, they're using a little bit of a different model is Taylor's College. Yeah, they're using an e-textbook model.
The only textbook, not all the
No, they're using a textbook model for their library.
Library
Kind of model they're using.
You mentioned earlier the university in Indonesia have using that enterprise system.
Yes, University Atmajaya, Jogja, Pastilia Mulia, PMU.
So they're using all this enterprise system.
Okay, Atmajaya, Jogja is using all. They are using all our total of 7,000 textbooks for their 12,000 students across all schools. That means all schools can use it, all use our materials. So they took, so that's a big project that we've been working on. They started in September. They're doing, so the usage statistics is good. They can see a return of investment immediately because a lot of them are utilizing it in the courses. So what we do is, how we work with institutions like Atmajaya, we come in, you decide to take it on, we'll be putting up like a monthly kind of a report on the statistics. So if there are issues at certain areas, we come in quickly and work with the institution to see how we can
This
bring it.
university is public or private university?
Atmajaya, private.
Private.
Private. ITB is using our collection, Institute Technology Bandung. We just sent in our latest proposal to University Indonesia. Pastilia, Mulia, UGM is also, because you know why it's faster, I can give you more names because I've been covering Indonesia for about a year now. So we've got quite a few schools coming up to take it on, but these are the few that we did. We only started this model last year and we really proud. This is a different type of model because it's not about selling textbooks. It's about building, helping institution transition to a digital environment. And I think the most important thing what we like about this model and why I am motivated to sell it, equitable access. Every institution will have students who will have problems to purchase textbooks. They come from a poor background, they get a scholarship, they are trying their best to learn. With this model now, nobody gets deprived of textbooks. That's the thing I like. That's what's motivating me because I was a lecturer for a very long time. I have it at my heart. And that's why I know this model can work.
So right, those universities in Indonesia, they are not offering their degree online, right?
No, it's more traditional blended.
Right.
But my advice to you, this online initiative, go for it. You know why? My advice from my experience over all these years in online, go for it. You got nothing to lose. You know why? This course now is still taught in traditional also, right? Traditional, right?
Yes.
Your materials can be used in traditional and online. So you're not actually really putting too much effort to do something really relative. You shoot it online, those students who cannot get visa and all, you get additional revenue coming in.
Understand?
Yeah. I would go for it. Nothing
If
to
you
lose.
were to be to accept, we offer that we are going to first fully online program.
Let us
But we
know.
have all those relevant sources or solutions.
I can't comment so much on the academic part of this, the intention of the university, the ministry and all that. Why we give you all of this is because also we want to ensure there is academic freedom. We don't want to specifically tell you you only use this for your course for this. We are not there to represent this. We can provide you where our expertise with the content tools. However, I am very willing, and I know my colleagues will be, to help you further to see how we can help with the Master of Science. You should be able to. They will come and teach you how to do those links and all that. Makes it easier for you. We might not be able to help in all subjects. I'm very confident of that. But where we can help, we can help.
Maybe from those 1,056
Yeah.
solutions that you already have, can you provide us with a copy so that we can sort?
Oh, it's already provided with a sorted details with Dr. Shepani. I'll ask him to provide it to you all to respect.
So that we can see whatever that you already have,
Sure.
whatever we need,
Sure.
so that we can see.
Okay. Maybe we can do it that way, one way, and then in reverse you can give me the 12 modules. Then we can kind of do a mapping for it. Yeah, sorry.
Okay, just one thing lah. Do Wiley solution have going to integrate in future technology? Because let's say student nak ambil exam and with online means that they don't need to go to center, right?
Yeah.
Technology like facial recognition.
Okay.
Because to confirm that that is the student that is taking the exam.
Okay.
Will Wiley do that?
Okay. I'll be very open and honest with you. I cannot answer that question. Okay. But I can give you my rationale behind that. This is not only today. This question was posed 6 years ago. I want to do online exams. And every expert, if you read any book, there's only 2 ways to do this. Biometrics, or you do some kind of DNA scan test on the spot. But the question I ask you today, you go to an online computer, you do a biometrics, right? Okay? After that, you do it ready, you verify ready, what is stopping you for getting another person to do it?
But facial recognition. is
Even
the
if facial
technology.
recognition, I go there. I put my face on, everything done. Except start your copy, I step aside, my friend on the side will know. Or my type here, this question how, this question how, this question how. I can just sit beside you, with a laptop. You sit down, facial, okay. What's your question? Okay.
Issue dia lah, online ni.
And you know how expensive? Cannot make it. The biometric itself and the facial cannot. If we embed this into our solution, it's going into the millions, my friend.
Not 100% delivery.
Even though Mr. Raj, for like my case kan, I also have two method of quiz, one
Yeah.
online and another offline.
Yeah.
So they do better in the online quiz.
You know why we can compete?
Even though we are put randomly question, they can answer. So there is maybe lah.
Yeah.
As you mentioned.
The system that we have, you can randomize questions. You can also build question pool. Question pool whereby, let's say you got 50 students, you build a question pool. Each of your 50 students will get a different set of questions.
Yeah.
We also have the lab.
I have one last time I do. I just book one lab, so
Yeah.
they are doing at the same time. This one okay. We can control. Otherwise, I don't know. They're very smart.
They will hire people.
Hire people, Sometimes I
No, there is one way you can still utilize, but the problem is you need them in a computer lab.
Yeah, computer lab.
But if you don't get them, and you still need to facilitate invigilate, cannot. Online exam, to make everyone buy it, going to be very tough. Until they can get away, you capture, and unless the facial recognition is built in such a way, every few seconds I'm capturing. But even I'm capturing, the guy sit here how? I still cannot figure it out and answer the question.
Another hand is typing.
Yeah.
Kan 2 or 3 computer kan? Orang kan?
So it's easy.
So that's the challenge lah. That's the challenge, assessment.
Assessment is so I won't take much of your time. Thank you so much. I'm gonna catch a flight.
Very interesting.
Thank you so much. Really, I appreciate you giving us the time.
So this one we
I
have
hope-
discussed first.
yeah.
Record this.
And I hope I can help. I really would like to be keen to work and achieve success with you.
Right.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Thanks.